Well, Tyler Barnett is a Malibu-based artist who's giving back to the victims of last year's Woolsey Fire, and he joins us now to talk about his art and what he's doing for families. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we want to start out by talking about your story because you're a public relations guy who turned to art. Tell us a little bit about how that happened.
Yeah, I've been doing PR for about 15 years. My company, Tyler Barnett PR, has been great for me, but I needed a creative outlet when my daughter was born. I needed something for me that allowed me to express myself in a way that I just couldn't in traditional public relations.
And give us a little idea about your paintings, your work.
So my painting style is kind of a Japanese-American mix. I practice deep meditation and Zen Buddhism before I commit to what's called the enzo, which is done in one single motion or one single breath. And then I leave it alone and I don't judge it, and I try to live my life that way the best I can.
Now, your studio is in Malibu, and that brings us to the Woolsey Fire. You're doing something really special for your neighbors who are rebuilding after the fire. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm on PCH, right in the heart of Malibu, and I love my community so much, and I wanted to do something. Everybody wanted to do something during the fires, and so I just decided to start giving away paintings to anybody who was brave enough to come to my studio and tell me their story. And I've had an unbelievable response. I sit and I talk to these incredible people and these families who've in some cases lost everything, and sometimes just talking about it helps the healing process, and we cry together and we reflect on how lucky we are to be alive still, and how lucky we are to have each other, and these things that are so important. And then I process that in my own way, and then I create a piece of art that I can feel really good about giving to this family so that they can put it on their new wall in their new home and have a new start, which is what we all need sometimes.
And how does it make you feel to know that your art will be up in this new place that is their new home?
You know, I didn't lose anything in the fire, so it's not about me. It opens my heart and warms my heart and makes me feel incredible and that I'm doing something, but honestly, it's a very small thing compared to what some of these people have gone through. And for any artist, having your art seen and felt is the whole point. And if one or two people can see my paintings and take a second, you know, breathe, be here, for a moment, and I've done my job.
And I've had the chance to talk to you in the past about how your art has really changed your life.
Yeah, boy, I was like everyone else, a high-stressed individual, constantly worried about everything, and then I just stopped worrying one day and started painting. And all of the worry and the fear and the anger and the stress and everything that we feel was able to be released into art that I can enjoy, and I was able to transform my own pain and my own suffering in some instances, and my own love and my own kindness, and you know, these things, these human traits that are all of us, into something that I could look at that was tangible, that made me feel better. And I think that's the whole point here, you know, it's just to feel better sometimes.
Yeah, and I can say personally I've seen a physical transformation.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning, and for more information about Tyler's art or to watch this segment again, just go to our website, kcal9.com, and click Seen on TV.